Hey guys, Dr. Andrew here with Physio Room, and today what we're going to go over are some techniques that you can use to open up your thoracic spine, or that middle portion of your back in between the neck and the lumbar spine. So we spend a lot of time sitting at computers, sitting in cars, sitting on our cell phones, and we tend to get flexed and a little bit stiff in our thoracic spine. So one of our favorite ways to open that up and to help you gain some of that mobility back is with a foam roller and doing some general tissue mobility through those muscles, and then more specifically doing some segmental extension, we call it, over the roller. So let me show you what that looks like. So we're going to put the roller here down on the ground, and I'm going to put it right behind my thoracic spine in the middle portion of my back. And I'm going to use my feet to just lift my hips slightly up off of the floor so that I can roll back and forth on that roller, just generally loosening up that middle portion of my back all the way up to the shoulder blades and then back down to where it meets my lumbar spine. Now, if you want to get in between the shoulder blades a little bit more and sort of get in those muscles that are right in between, you're going to need to pull your shoulder blades out of the way a little bit, sort of give yourself a little bit of a hug, and then you can focus in between those shoulder blades just a little bit more. Okay, so you might find some spots that are sore. You might spend a little time holding pressure on those to help them go away. But really, the intention of me doing this is just to generally loosen that up so that I can get a little bit more mobility when I do these extensions. So now what I'm going to do is take the foam roller and put it in the lower portion of my thoracic spine, right at the bottom of my ribs. Okay, so that thoracic spine is really where all of your ribs connect to. So then I'm going to either just put my hands across my chest, put my hands up behind my head if you want a little bit more mobility. And what I'm going to do, keeping that foam roller in place, keeping my hips on the ground, is just extend back over that roller and then come back forward. So what you might feel some cracks or some pops in your back. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It might actually feel really good. And then you just want to support your head in whatever position is comfortable for you. So if you let your head fall back and that feels okay, that's fine to do. If that's uncomfortable, then I would encourage you to keep your chin kind of tucked to your chest and not let your head come back quite as far. Okay, so now after you've done a couple times extending back at that location, you're going to scoot down so that the roller is in a higher portion on your back. So it's at a higher segment of your spine. And we're going to do the same thing. All right, we're going to extend back over it, come back up, do a couple repetitions there, and then continue the trend. Scoot down, let the roller get higher, scoot back. And what I tend to find is the higher the roller gets on my back, the more it feels good to me to have my hands up to just get a little bit more body weight leaning over that roller to help me get a little bit more mobility in my back. So if you feel like your back is stiff, you spend a lot of time sitting at a computer, this would be a great tool or a great exercise for you to do. So give that a try, and I bet you find that you start breaking up some of that stiffness, feeling like you can move a little bit more comfortably, and spend longer at your computer not getting in as much discomfort with the postures that you're holding, okay? So give that a try and see what you think.